The tight end, 86. Rookie Zimmerman, veteran Hart, the tackles. Jones and Durrett, the guards, and rookie Mike Ruther out of Texas at center. Second down, 7 to go. That is Freddie Scott in motion. Young, the left-hander, dumps it across the middle, and it's caught across the middle by number 87, Freddie Scott. First time he's been thrown to in the USFL, and this medical student out of the University of Michigan, a 10-year veteran in the NFL, makes the catch.
Well, we talked about defense, Jim, at the beginning of the show, and we're not seeing very much of it right now by either team. Of course, Houston's just been on for a couple of plays, but you know, when you're talking about 60 points in the game and 1,000 yards, this may happen before half.
Cleveland Crosby, Tony Fitzpatrick, Hosea Taylor, Brad Anai, the front four, Andy Hawkins, Kiki Diala, and Eric Scoggins. Your linebackers, and I'll give the rest to you in a moment. JoJo Townsend in motion. There goes Kevin Nelson following a block of Townsend, and he's dragged down across the way. Mike Mitchell, 35, made the tackle. He's a left corner. Will Lewis, 24, the right corner. Galvin Eason, 34, and Hollis Hall, 25, your safeties. By the way, Eric Scoggins, number 55, who will play the right-sided linebacker, started every game for the Express in 1983 and was one of the team captains. Now, for the first time, he's going against his old teammates. Second down, 7 to go. The ball at the 44-yard line.
John Hadel said one of the best ways for them to stay into this ball game is to make sure that they can get their running game going. But I think they're just going to be in the same position as Houston. They're going to have to throw the ball. That's
Hershey, the man in motion. Kevin Nelson running with the football again. Nelson slips a couple of tackles and has the first down. Out across midfield. The man who finally tripped him up again was Mike Mitchell, number 35. I tell you what, they won't rewrite the defensive books over this game, at least so far.
All right, here comes Andy Hawkins is going to get blocked down inside, and he's the man that's got to force the play. Hersey is the man that blocked him. When the linebacker gets caught at the inside, he opens up the gap. But Nelson, let's give him credit because he ran very well with the ball. He was hit in the backfield.
Steve Young with better than 400 yards himself last week, including 120 rushing the ball. On first down, stands in there, gets the ball as his man wide open. Tanzel is now again Mitchell making the stop. First down, 30-yard line. And as they went 53 yards, the Gamblers, so now this ball was put into play by the Express, and they moved from the 15 to the 30-yard line of Houston.
Jim, what makes the play work, first of all pass plays, you have to have the protection. Here's JoJo Townsend. Now he's coming downfield. Number 35, Mike Mitchell, is supposed to take him short, bump him. But just take a look. There's nobody around. You don't see a black jersey until after he catches the football. And that's too late. But again, when you have good pass protection, you should be able to complete the pass.
Arcee in motion, and Kevin Nelson straight ahead, and a good play at the line of scrimmage. By number 93, Hosea Taylor, who last week against Arizona had a couple of outstanding hits, but also a couple of roughing the passer calls. Second down and 10. And Tony Bodie comes into the backfield for the first time, number 24.
Jim, I was looking down here at the cheerleaders. They've got a sign that they're carrying down there called defense. I don't think we're going to see an awful lot of defense.
Freddie Scott wide to the left, Townsend to the right, 7-0 Houston. Los Angeles has got the ball, 2nd and 10. That's Bodie, who just came into motion. Young has got a clear field in front of him. He's got at least the first down, and down he goes. Steve Young, who had the longest run of the year, 25 yards for a touchdown last week, picks up a good 12 or 13 there. First down at the 17. You know, Paul, I got to tell you something. I make up, as we all do in broadcasting games, different little things to do. But when I knew this game was coming up, I put extra paper down. Watch Young to keep all the scoring I expect to see tonight.
All right, Young, now they had a blitz on the Houston Gamblers on the outside. They had Myers on a safety blitz. But watch what Young does. Now, it's great to go after the first down.
Translation needed for that sign.
There's your defensive sign. But, you know, I'd like to see him go down and not take the hits.
First down 10. Kevin Nelson, fast break to the line of scrimmage. First down. It is 1st and goal to go at the 4. Maybe I didn't put enough paper on my scorecard for tonight.
Well, when you have great runs like that with Nelson, that means your offensive line is blocking very well. Watch Sherrod, number 86. He's blocking to the outside. And when you block this Cleveland Crosby, the play was actually run inside. But just take a look at what the offensive line does. Tony Bodie gets a sensational block up the middle, And then Nelson reaches the 5-yard line. Another first down, 1st and 5.
Sherrod, the tight end on the left. Long, the tight end on the right. Kersey in motion. And this is Kevin Nelson. Blockers in front of him. Cuts inside. And is dragged down by number 93, Hosea Taylor. Boy, he moved over there. I was looking for a defensive back, but that was Taylor moving very fast. He is a third-year man out of the University of Houston, who most recently played for the Indianapolis Colts when they're back home in Baltimore. 2nd down and goal to go in this 7-0 game.
When you look at Hosea Taylor, it's just absolutely amazing, Jim. Here is a man that's 6'4", 270 pounds, and look at his waist. It can't be more than a 38-inch waist.
Mel Gray is coming to the backfield. And there's Young rolling out, trying to get away from one man. Goes into the end zone and almost caught in the end zone by Mike Sherrod right at the end zone line. Would have been an outstanding catch. It's 3rd down and 4.
He had his tight end, Mike Sherrod, open. Mike Mitchell was there, but Sherrod has the ball. Now, this is a bootleg pass with Young. He's a left-handed quarterback. He's rolling to his left. He waited just a little bit too long on this play. Now watch Sherrod. He goes out. He's going to be working on Mitchell. He's already behind Mitchell, and it's wide open right here. Well, watch where the ball hits. In his hands, off his shoulder, and he dropped the football.
Mitchell caught up to it, doing a good job there. Here's end zone touchdown. Look at that. That is Bodie. And Tony Bodie has his first touchdown of this year. 4-yard pass, and they move this drive 85 yards and are now looking to tie the score.
The left-handed quarterback throwing to his right. Watch Young hit Tony Bodie. Hollis Hall, 25, trying to cover. But look, again, when you watch these quarterbacks and you watch where the players catch the ball, look where the ball is thrown. To the outside, away from the defensive men.
And now coming on, Tony Zendejas, who had the extra point. And we have a tie ball game, and nobody has stopped anybody all night long. 5:39 to go. A flag has been thrown on the extra point, and it is going to be against Houston, so they will assess that on the ensuing kickoff.
Encroachment, defense, number 77. The point is good. 5-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Houston went 53 yards, made it make 67 yards, as a matter of fact, made it look easy. And then L.A. turned right around and went 85 yards and made it look easy. Who says it's not a matchup between quarterbacks tonight? Kelly and Young. And we've just begun. We've got 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. High game.
Late in the second quarter, Jim Kelly of the Houston Gamblers was stripped of the football deep in Gambler territory, and defensive lineman Eddie the Meat Cleaver Weaver recovered the fumble to trot into the end zone, putting the LA Express up 14-7. Houston countered with a 15-yard strike for a touchdown from Kelly to Ricky Sanders with under 2 minutes left in the half to tie the score at 14. The Express were robbed in the third quarter after Earl Gray's goal line second effort was thwarted by the officials, who ruled he did not make it into the end zone. The replay clearly showed Gray's feet land in the end zone and the ball crossed the plane of the goal line. The Express did, however, get the ball back with solid defense. And as we pick up the action, Tony Zendejas will be attempting a 50-yard field goal in the hopes of pulling the LA Express ahead of the Houston Gamblers here on ESPN Classic.
From 50 yards out, it's not going to make it. And another chance goes by the boards. And Houston will get the ball back again in this 14-all ball game. 1:59 to go. Tony Zendejas, 3 times an All-American, Nevada Reno, has been called on to kick the ball farther than we've been able to see him kick it, at least tonight, trying a 50-yarder and a 60-yarder. That's a little unfair.
Well, he knows as soon as he hits it, he knows that he misses it. Watch. He'd have been looking. If he knew it, he'd have been looking up. And you're looking down, he'd have been excited trying to find out if it's going to make it. And he has the feel.
And here come the dangerous Gamblers. The ball on their 33-yard line. Tie ball game, third quarter. And you know Kelly's going to be in there to throw. Fowler hasn't run in a long while. The fake to Fowler. Here's a run all the way by Kelly. Oh, good play there. Good play by Dwight Drain. The man who went off with a cramp holding Kelly. Kelly had no place to go. He went left, so did Drain. He went right, so did Drain. Bonnie went out of bounds.
Kelly is trying to stiff arm Dwight Drain, and he knew he couldn't shake him. He's trying to put some moves on him, and he doesn't really have. He got some tired legs. We can run it around. But watch this. Here's a stiff arm in the helmet. Watch his left hand. Bam. Okay. Keep your hands off me now. Keep your hands off me. I'm going to get out of bounds, and I don't want anybody hitting me late.
It is second down. A pickup of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 from the 37. McNeil and Sanders both go left. Moser on the right. Matter of fact, they got 3 wide receivers on the left side. So you would think that Kelly will look left. He's looking left. He's throwing across the middle, and there's Sanders. Yet another catch, and Drain drags him down. But it's a first down at the 48-yard line.